Welcome to Bad Wrench Automotive. All right, so today we're going to be talking about throttle body cleaning, how we clean these things, what we do to get these things back in shape and get them reading right. Sometimes people don't clean their throttle bodies. They get gummed up on the backside. They'll get an oil residue on them. They'll get like an oily soot on the back that you have to clean off. And we always use throttle body cleaner on these guys. We never use carburetor cleaner only. And I'm about to explain why. This is what you're going to use. Now, the stuff I'm using is the concentrated, not rated for California, but I don't live in California, so that doesn't matter. The reason you need to use throttle body cleaner and not carburetor cleaner, there is a layer of protection on the throttle body that if you spray carburetor cleaner, it strips a layer off of the throttle body. And when it does that, it will not idle properly. So make sure you use throttle body cleaner, not carburetor cleaner. If you have a carburetor, use carburetor cleaner, but not the other way around. Don't use throttle or carburetor cleaner on a throttle body. You will wreck it. Back in the day when I was first learning how to do some of this stuff, I wrecked a few throttle bodies for that reason. It is important to use the right spray. So let's take a look at what we would need to do to remove this throttle body and start the cleaning process. We will need to remove this sensor by lifting this tab and moving forward. We do the same with this one down here. This is your throttle position. So if you're not reading the right throttle position on your computer, on your scan tool, change that sensor. This is your idle control valve. If you notice that you have really high idle and that it drags and doesn't want to idle down after you let off the gas, replace this sensor. So I've already cleaned this, so I'm not going to pull it. I just wanted to show you guys how to remove these clips. You will have one bolt here, one bolt down here, and one over here. You also have these hoses that are connected. These are coolant hoses. Those coolant hoses go through to warm the throttle body up when it's cold so that it idles down faster. You can bypass this, but there's a reason that they have this set up the way that they do. So I'm not going to tamper with this until it's time to upgrade the throttle body. Then we may do some different stuff. You will also have to remove your throttle cable by doing this. You can lift this throttle cable up, bring this down, and slide this through one of the slots. It removes your throttle cable like so. To put it back, you just do the same. I got to do two hands to do that, so I'll do that after I get done here. But this hose here on mine was cracked and was sucking air. So I replaced it with a new hose from the valve cover over here. This is basically a bypass hose or crankcase ventilation that goes back into the intake manifold. Only this one comes through the throttle body, but it also has one down here that goes into the intake manifold as well. This one comes from the windage tray underneath here. So we could block that one, but you don't want to block that crankcase ventilation. You want that stuff to get out of there. What some people do is they put a catch can on to catch any oil debris that would go into the upper manifold. Up here, they can keep that oil residue out by putting a catch can in. Other people will just vent it to the atmosphere with a filter. You can do that, but the thing is if you're going to run the car in adverse climates and you're going to heat the engine up and cool it off, you will get condensation inside the engine and it will cause problems. If you're running a VVT engine, variable valve timing, do not vent to the atmosphere. It will damage the lifters and cause you more problems. That system needs to remain sealed. The best you could do is run an oil catch can. So now that we've kind of covered that part of it, the throttle body cleaning itself, I like to open the throttle body and hold it open while I spray and clean it out. I also remove my idle sensor, and I clean that out very well because that could affect my base idle. So I clean that out real well. I clean out the throttle body area really well, and I make sure that everything is clean and smooth on the inside. if I notice that anything has a lot of dirt and debris, I will take and spray a rag and wipe it again. So guys, just know this throttle body is getting replaced. We have a major upgrade coming for this car that will give us a lot more horsepower and unlock some torque. It's going to be a really important mod for this car that'll help wake this car up, but it's not going to be our final stop. Our final stop will probably be a cam and a set of heads on this car. That will push this car near the 500 or above range. I'm aiming to be north of 500 horsepower with this car when I'm done. And these are some of the components that we need to pay attention to when doing our performance upgrade. Our intake and throttle body is the key to getting more air into this engine. We will have to do something very major with this setup in order for this thing to have a lot more power. We could put a bigger cam in it, we could put a better set of heads on it, but we're going to be restricted by our throttle body if we don't change some things. So these are some of the things we're looking at for the future already for this engine. I've already got some stuff kind of planned out, laid out. I just got to figure out how I want to go about doing that. But guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you guys. As always, whenever you guys question how you're doing projects, make sure you slow down, do some homework. Don't just take things apart. I've done several different throttle bodies. And I can tell you, using the wrong sprays or not taking things apart properly will cost you money. The more things you break during the take apart process, the more you have to pay to put them back in. So, guys, thank you for all your support. Continue hitting the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.